petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey y'all, it's your favorite girls Petty Party podcast back with another episode. It's your girl Immaculate coming out the set. What's good?
And hey y'all, it's your girl Shelly Shell.
Hey everyone, it's just Nick checking in.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby. Please say the baby.
What's good, everybody?
Hey y'all.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. Before we get started, I have a question for y'all, and everybody has to answer.
Mm-hmm.
What is something that Africans tend to take serious?
They feel like time, child.
Education.
They don't play about not telling people when you're flying out. They don't play about
secret.
that. Yeah.
I think education, like
for sure, education.
Nah, you need that. You need that.
But also, the keys to the door. They didn't play about that when we was kids. Like, why? Well, like, you see those videos where it's like, this is what they think is going to happen if you lose your key. Like, a random person finds it and then finds the house it belongs to. And it's like, oh, yeah, let me just sleep here. They don't play about the keys to the house.
I think probably the evil eye. I feel like everything is just very much so like, don't let anyone touch you. Don't eat their food. Don't anything. I had saw this one post and it was like, when you go to your aunt's house and your parents tell you not to eat their food, and it's like, why the hell are we even going there?
Oh, yeah. Don't say she's a witch. But I'm not going to lie. It's so funny because I actually quote tweeted that and I was like, my parents never did that. Like, I don't really have family members. They were like, don't eat at their house. Like,
But
yeah.
see, I definitely do.
Yeah.
But I would say, even I saw that too, but I kind of disagreed with what their reasoning was for it, because our parents used to tell us that the same thing. But I think it's more of a sense of just like Nigerians are very prideful people, so I think what they really try to communicate is don't act like we don't feed you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go there, don't be hungry. I remember my parents used to literally go and I'll never forget, it was like Christmas, it was something we went to our cousin's house for. My parents literally stopped at Wendy's just so we can eat, because it was like, I want when they offer you guys food to act like we feed you.
And I feel that.
And as soon as we get there, are you guys hungry? Yes. The way my dad was like, these children are unbelievable.
Unruly. No, I actually feel that, because imagine.
It's like you just see other people eating and you're like, you want some, like as a child.
I want to enjoy it too.
It's just greed.
It is greed.
So they pull out the snacks like chin chin. Yes, I want some. I want that. I want them all. Yes.
These are things we don't have at home.
Thank you. Like, why can't we enjoy?
I cannot drink malt at home. You know, if I get it offered, I'm going to take it.
I'm going to take it.
So that's one thing I say Africans take very seriously is how you behave in other people's homes. They do not play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it's allowed at your home, don't do it in nobody else's house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even as like a kid, I feel like as a kid, like, you know, sometimes we're like, oh, they're a child. It's okay. They make mistakes. And it's like, I feel like as an African child, like that didn't really apply to you. Like, you could not make the mistakes. Like, you had to know the difference between right and wrong, like from like 3 years old.
Yeah. But also too, I wish like they would have seen us in a childlike lens, because like I feel like sometimes some of the comments is like almost as if they're referring to an adult, and it's like, no, kids are supposed to act up a little bit. Like, we're just, you know, this is our first time doing life. Like, we don't know, well, not a kid, but kids don't know what they're doing when they initially do it. They're very innocent, you know, so.
True.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
So I saw this video literally earlier today where it was a throwback of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And they were sitting at a table and Courtney was just talking about how her child was acting up. She slapped the nanny, did all this stuff. And then Corey, who's sitting across them, was like, I would have slapped her. And Scott turns up on Scott was like, you would slap a kid? You're telling me that you would slap my 6-year-old daughter?
It is so funny because
Corey was like,
yes.
And then here's Chris talking about, well, not beat, but like just kind of like, you know, trying to ease the blow.
No easy way
he was
saying
like,
that.
Corey, you forgot you was around a little. You forgot who the company you was around real quick. You can't say that.
You know what's crazy? That's one thing I will say. Africans don't play around misbehaving and not getting checked.
Checking for sure.
Okay, so I was in the grocery store and like when I see kids running around, I'm always on edge. I'm like,
where's your parents?
Why are you not snatching you up? Like, why are you able to freely run around this grocery store screaming like that? Like, and then if your parents tell you, why am I seeing you on the floor? Like, get up. Like,
no, I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves. It's like when we're in the grocery store and the kids are just like swimming on the floor.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
I mean,
it scares me. I'm like, do I have patience for my own kids?
no,
Like,
because my mom would tell me, if you don't get your
I mean,
ass,
yes.
my mom would
But
pinch me anything.
No, same.
Girl.
But I've definitely dealt with some kids where it's like, sometimes you just gotta let a kid be a kid. Like, it's just like there's no winning with kids sometimes, especially if you're in public. If you're in public, my friend was just telling me about that. How she took her kid to Disney World. She was like, I was a bunch around her. And she was like, I couldn't snatch her up all the time. She was like, I just had to sometimes just had to let her do her. Because she's like, what am I going to do? Like,
you know what?
And sometimes you just got to let a kid be a kid.
Let's go take a potty break. Nap that ass in the bathroom. You tripping. Like, stop acting like that. Because then it's like, wow, your child is very wild. Like, those slick comments. No, like, see, that's what I'm like, yeah. Are y'all gonna spank your kids?
I was gonna say, because we just got done saying, I wish our parents realized we were kids and just
Thank you.
And then y'all
are like,
I was like, do I have patience for kids? 'Cause it's like, that's crazy.
But
like, I just get
not breaking that generation.
But to go back to your question, like if I'm going to spank my kids, the thing is, I grew up being spanked, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But then I was talking to someone and he was saying how he actually didn't grow up being spanked. Like him and his siblings never got spankings. And I was just like, well,
how did that go?
I know, right? Like, well, they're all good. I mean, they're like
maybe
decent people.
You know what I mean?
But that's the thing.
They didn't have to go to those lengths with them.
Yeah, but I feel like
some kids you have to.
But you know what I think it is?
Behaved.
I think that a lot of times kids, because we always say, like, well, there are some kids who need to be spanked, but I also think that sometimes the reason why a lot of kids end up being spanked is because whatever disciplinary style you're using is not working. That's why your child's actually acting out. And so you're resorting to anger, which is why you're really beating your child, because you don't really learn anything from getting beat.
You don't. And that's why
like,
I think we have I don't think I will.
I don't want to tear them up, but like a little, like, you know, like,
and even that, like, I don't know how it's going to work out. And like, God willing, I have the patience and everything to deal with, to gentle parent. But I do feel like I'm going to try to not spank them, because I just feel like, I mean, I don't think I was a bad kid. I got whoopings here and there, and I just feel like they were all pointless. I'm not gonna lie.
I can count on one hand how many times I got spanked. But like, yeah,
I wish.
Yeah, I can. But then again, I was the only girl amongst boys, so it's like they didn't really do that with me. So, but
I think I probably earned the majority of my whoopings.
Yeah. Oh, same. Yeah, I needed the whooping.
I know every whooping. I know why I did it. I got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I didn't get whooped a lot either.
I don't think, like, for example, like, because I don't know, like, I don't really like the notion of gentle parenting, because I feel like when you look at society and how these kids are acting out, that is the cause of gentle parenting. I feel like there needs to be a medium, a place where you can meet in the middle. Like, I don't like this whole, and like you said, like, kid do you? No, because the moment I feel like you start letting kids do them, they show you why you should not have started letting them do them. And you have kids fighting adults, fist fight. Like, that's, you know, I don't want kids in this world that can challenge adults boldly.
Which I really wouldn't chalk it up to just gentle parenting only. I do feel like even with that, you could also say that this is now, like, this generation is probably the most emotionally aware generation that we have. You know what I mean? And like, a lot of kids are like more in tune with their emotions. They know how they feel. They know, like, you know, I don't know. So it's just both sides of the coin. But
they're also with the new adults. So
yeah, I mean, but I also feel like sometimes, not in every situation, obviously discipline is needed in every situation, depending on what is discipline to you. But I feel like in some situations that it display, like, if you beat your kid all the time, it's definitely a lack of like yeah, and it's also like a lack of like emotional control for you
when you're angry.
Yeah, like it's a lack of emotional control. I'm not gonna lie, because if you get mad and your kid does something wrong and your first thing is to whoop them, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you probably need therapy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to figure out how to deal with your emotions a lot better, because that shouldn't be your first resort.
Because, like, this is the last thing on this topic. Have you ever like I know we all have cousins that went to school in Nigeria. Have you ever heard like their like flogging stories? And like, you're just kind of like, dang, like, where does that stem from? Like, that's not normal.
That's not normal.
Like, that's kind of, you know, that's dangerous. Anyway.
Yeah, the whole boarding school notion.
Yeah, I was like,
it's very like, I'm sorry, it's slavery coded. It's slavery coded. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
the boarding school, it is, because even how like they make everybody iron press their clothes, how they make you dress a certain way, your skirt has to be a certain length. Like,
if you go to a certain school, you have to cut all your hair off.
Sorry, yeah, it's very slavery coded. I'm sorry.
It's just like,
now there are some useful disciplinary actions in boarding school, but I feel like some things are like very much.
I don't know if it's slavery per se, but I think a lot of it wouldn't say we code it. I think a lot of it is like military based because a lot of my family members they went to boarding schools and all of them were military boarding schools. So that's just kind of how they trained them like they were in the military.
And
see, my cousin
military
went to, like,
is very slavery coded too.
like you know, so it was like, the stories I heard, I'm like, hi, I wouldn't even know what to do. I don't know. I guess we're gonna move into the next epic, Petty Chronicle. I don't know it's a necessary petty chronicle, but I don't know if like how I handle these situations, if it's petty or not. So sometimes, like, if I'm on the phone like talking to like a guy friend or something, or just like a guy and like they start like talking to me about problems, I immediately become uninterested. I'm like,
but it's a guy friend. Why are you interested in this?
No, like just.
Good question. That is a
don't annoy me.
Yeah.
It's not even like uninterested. It's kind of like,
so
why are you like
uninterested in him or uninterested in the conversation?
No, it's like, do you not have a homeboy to lament this to? Like, because like I don't have any resource or anything for you. Like, all I can offer is like a deaf ear, because it's like, after me, where's it going? You know? And like, am I petty for feeling that? Where does that mean? I mean, because like I just sometimes I'm just like, well, why am I your first stop on this? Like,
well, is he asking you advice about women
or just venting?
It's just like
life problems.
Like, for example, like, you know, let's start talking about, man, like, you know, this job, and it's like, it almost comes out as like, oh my God, he's got some money now. You know what I'm saying? That's not necessarily what's happening, but it's like,
but that's how you feel.
I just get so uninterested. I'm like, oh, because like as a man, like,
no, I do feel like,
I mean, don't like, not every time like you're complaining about something, like just talk about solutions here. Like, let's get to the solution, you know? So
I do feel like in the talking stages, you definitely have to like keep that front up.
No facts.
Like, I'm sorry, because even as a woman, like if you're talking about certain things, they're gonna think you're naggy when it's like whole time you're just venting about work, you know. But it's like, so again, in the talking stage, you got to keep it cute. You got to keep it real light and keep it cute.
It's funny that you said that, because I did ask someone like, do I come off as nagging sometimes? Because I'm like, dang, like, sometimes if you're like talking about something, like, men receive things differently than us. Like, we know, if I'm talking to you, Michelle, you're not nagging, you're lamenting, we're talking. But as a man, they're just like, dang, like, it's always something. Problem, like, but it's like, and they're like, no, it's not, you're not nagging. I was like, okay, cool. Because like, sometimes I just feel like I can come off as that, because it's like, you know, but it's like, no, I'm a girl and you're a guy. Like, we just lament differently, I guess. But am I petty for like becoming like just...
No.
Just like,
it's giving that, like, you know, that TikTok where it's like, as soon as a man's cheaper, you fly away. Like, that's how it is. As soon as a man start complaining, fly.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to hear my man complaining all the time. Like, it's just not even all the time. I just don't want a complainer. Like,
yeah, I don't think that's petty. I think that's just protecting your energy, to be honest.
Cool. Because you be around other girls, they're like, oh my God, you're mean. It's like,
and to be honest, I don't even think it's a guy thing. I think just in general, like, friendships like that are draining. Like, I'm not gonna lie, don't call me every time. I mean, I would love to be like a shoulder to cry on, but can I also be a shoulder to congratulate you, a shoulder to rejoice, a shoulder to praise? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't always call me with the bad news. Like, balance it out with good news and good energy as well. If not, it's giving succubus at some point, because why are you always calling and draining my good energy and then going about your day?
Okay,
like, that's crazy.
What did you say? It's giving sulky business?
Succubus.
Sucks the
You never heard that?
Oh, yeah. Succubus, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that's like,
no, I definitely feel like you said, you got to keep it cute.
Energy vampires,
real cute. The
and
first
like,
couple weeks.
you know, you just try to be like cat, like, but at some point it's like, I'm not your audience. I'm not your audience.
Target. Are you petty? No.
Okay.
I mean, is it? No, I'm sorry, because I think the same thing follows for women as well.
Okay.
So, like, no.
Okay, because like, just making sure, guys, you listen to this. Now you hear.
Oh my gosh, Paulette, you need to cut it out.
Now y'all know it's not petty. It's not rude.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our current events. And it's actually crazy because last night we got to experience
the greatest to ever do it.
Oh, God. Wow. That's
I do.
Burna Boy.
Cancel me.
Let's not cancel little things.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were able to go to Burna Boy's concert last night here in Dallas. And honestly, like, so the thing is, lately, Burna Boy has had a lot of press around him and his tour. So maybe, what was this? Less than 2 weeks ago, there was a couple that was at one of his concerts and the woman was sleeping. Basically, the woman was sleeping, and Burna Boy caught wind of it, saw it, and he kicked them out of his concert. So that was already like a really big deal. People were like, what? Like, how are you kicking someone out of your concert because they're sleeping? Like, clearly that means that you weren't entertaining them if they even fell asleep, you know? Because I feel like it's, unless you're drunk, I feel like it's really hard to fall asleep at a concert.
They were toasted.
Yeah, so it's like,
that's why they were sleeping.
Okay, so there.
Bless you.
Then also he came back and because after he got like the bad press about it, he was on a video that was posted and he basically was like, well, I'm only looking for fans right now that have money. Those are the only ones I'm worried about. And after that video was posted, then he came on and basically was like, everyone wants to slander me. Everyone wants me to be the bad guy. Y'all have continuously tried to make me out to seem like I don't care about my fans and X, Y, and Z.
We did that?
Well, no, not we.
No, like I'm.
Like
yes.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. Like, I agree with you. It's like, all we're going based on is what your actions and what you said. So I was thoroughly surprised by the concert. You know, I feel like I've had such mixed reviews.
So can I ask you a question? What were you surprised about?
Yeah.
That it was entertaining.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
You watched him in Houston.
I know, and that's the thing. I actually enjoyed his older concerts better than this one.
Wow.
I definitely think that his stage could I think that his stage could have had a little bit more presence, especially for him to be in such a big arena. He's at the American Airlines Center. So I feel like that's where you pull out like all your tricks.
He was
Like,
at the American Airlines Center?
yes.
Not Toyota.
Exactly.
Wow.
I felt like that was kind of a Toyota Center show. And I think that would have been great for the Toyota Center. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
even though we're not in there, but like, was it a good show though? With like, because I feel like
out of 10, out of 10, I think it was like maybe like a 6.5, 7.
Okay.
Wow.
Michelle, what was your rating?
No, what I was gonna say, I would give it probably like a 9.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. What I will say though is I think that's an AAC thing. The stage setup, because I don't know what it is, but a lot of their shows, I think it's like the way they set up their stage does not allow for a lot. Because I remember I thought the same thing about.
Hold on.
Remember Migos show
Beyonce had a great show at the AAC.
Beyonce.
She at the AAC?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I thought she was in
sometimes
Fort
I
Worth
think
Arena.
it has to be. I think.
No.
Where was she at AAC?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how was her screen set? Because I do realize
I wasn't at that concert, so
it
I don't
depends
know.
on his stage was not like he did a center stage, right? So I feel like that center stage is harder to have what he did at Toyota because it's just he only had one and he had like a backstage that they were able to do like more changes.
But that's the thing. I feel like he shouldn't have had that center stage because I don't think he was really appealing to the people behind him.
Yeah. But I remember that was the same issue with the Drake and Future concert. So I think it's just an AAC thing. I think it may be like their stage modifications might just be super expensive because Beyonce has a really big budget and a lot of times she builds her own stages.
Yeah, she does.
I don't think Burna Boy has that. So I think he relies a lot on what AAC has to offer. Same thing with DeVito. The reason why DeVito's show was not as good in Dallas as it was in Houston is because the stage.
Yeah.
Toyota does not allow for him to do as much as he could do in Houston. So I feel like the reason I rated him high is because I feel like a lot of that was out of his hands. He did what he could do. You know what I mean? But as far as like his set list and him being on stage and performing for 2 hours straight, like no artist is really doing that right now.
I don't think he was on stage for 2 hours.
He was. We got out. He came out at 9:45 and he left at midnight.
So wait, hold on. When you went to DeVito as well. Did he not perform for 2 hours?
So
he did, and that's why I even gave him his props because I was like, no artist is performing 2 hours straight. And I went to a Burna Boy concert. He didn't perform for 2 hours last time.
He did.
So I was shocked to get out at 9:45 and leave the stage at midnight.
Yeah, he actually.
You say no artist is doing that, but DeVito did it.
And even when DeVito did it, I was shocked.
Yeah. But
what other artists performed for over 2 hours?
Like he ate up all his time to the final.
No opening act.
Nothing.
I mean, I think it's honestly low-hanging fruit because like at the end of the day, like Burna Boy, his personality, a lot of people have a lot to say, but like Burna Boy has always been a great performer.
He's definitely a great performer.
Yeah,
but I feel like he's been a better performer in the past. And maybe that's what I don't know if it's like, because I feel like he didn't have his like typical dancers. Like usually like
dancers.
he did have dancers, but not his typical ones. Usually Burna Boy is like his stage is full of dancers. It's very cultured. It's like
but maybe that's not what he wanted to like, you know what I mean, achieve this time around.
And maybe it's not. That's the reason why I rated like a 7 out of 10.
And I feel like what like different reviews I've been hearing, it's just like sometimes kind of unbelievable. It's like, okay, you don't want to be pleased. Maybe you're not a fan of Burna Boy. You don't like his music, cool. But to like a lot of things I've been seeing, like reviews, oh, nobody's there. It's like, there are people there. Oh, he doesn't do this. He was performing, all this stuff. And to me, it's just, it's weird. And like, as Nigerians, as us being Nigerians at the table, I feel like we do need to be a little bit careful of like how hard we like hop on a trend to like kind of destroy one of our own people. Not gonna lie. I'm not saying that's what's happening right now, but I'm just saying like, we're so quick to like be like, oh, I don't like Burna Boy, but it's like, but why? Like, you don't know. You don't like it because of what you're seeing on TikTok, Instagram. For someone who didn't even go to his concert, why do you have opinion? That's how I feel.
I think Burna Boy, I've always liked Burna Boy. I mean, he does have a
proud Nigerian man. Who do you not know as Nigerian that you deal with is not proud?
I will say that I like
days?
Burna Boy, but I will say like if we're like talking about like the big three, like African,
I'm not talking about that.
But no, I'm saying like, but out of the big three like artists, like Nigerian artists, he does have the worst attitude out of all of them. Now, that doesn't stop me from still enjoying him and loving his music and going to his concerts. But I do think that he is very, like, if you see, like, even just the way his attitude has changed, like, over the last 5 years, like, Burna Boy used to be a lot more humble.
He is humble. He's that nigga. He acts like that nigga.
Which Burna Boy was humble. That's what I'm just like.
He was.
Burna Boy gets canceled every 2 years.
It's just like, of course he's gonna grow as a person, but he has always moved as someone who felt like he is that nigga.
I think he was
This is the same Burna Boy when they asked him why he didn't speak out against the elections. He said, "I will go to China and perform if you guys don't want to come to my shows." Burna Boy has never gave a fuck. Yeah. He's never gave a fuck. That's why I'm just like, y'all,
so
I'm not gonna lie.
That like that's the approach he's choosing now. Like he's never switched to beat. So I just want to know like the discourse around this. Is it even needed? Like, what are y'all really doing? Is it productive?
I think
what?
That's what the problem is now. Even though, like, I do understand what you guys are saying, but from what I've read, that's what the problem is. The fact that, like, let's just go based off of what he recently did. You kicked somebody out the concert, and she even came back and said that, like, somebody just recently passed away, and she just was having a hard time. She was trying to get out, and she just dozed off. It wasn't, like, intentional. So for her to get called out in front of thousands of people, like, it was unnecessary. And it was very unnecessary. And I think, like, rather than, and he made sure that she got up and walked out before,
he said, I'm not starting
until you get. And that's embarrassing. That's you didn't have to do that. And so I think that's the problem. You never gave a fuck, but like these are also the people that fund you. Like these are also the people that paid their hard-earned money to go to your concert. So to make somebody feel that small, it's not okay. It's not fair.
I'm not saying
now,
I agree with that.
In grand scheme of his attitude, I don't know. Like I really can't speak to that. Like I do know he has always been like I don't give a fuck. But like in terms of this particular situation, he didn't have to do that.
But I feel like he has always been I don't give a fuck, but I don't know about I don't give a
fan. Like I'm like
I don't know about.
Burna Boy's been problematic since.
I don't know about like to his fans though. He's just now
kicking a fan.
Go on Twitter, girl. They have a whole thread dedicated to showing when Burna Boy didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, so I'm like,
it's a thread.
He literally, because it's so crazy when this happened. I literally had to go back and find a tweet from like 3 years ago, and even in that tweet, I was like, Burna Boy has been begging us to cancel him for the past 3 years, and I'm like, so that's at this point 6 years. Like, Burna Boy has a scandal all the time, and I really think it's because he's not PR trained, and he literally leans into it. They literally were begging this boy, please, like this is a big election year in Nigeria, come out and speak for it. He refused. Like when I tell you refused, and then went on his Instagram and started like going off on everybody, pretty much saying, I don't give a fuck. When all people said was encourage your fans to vote, he truly did not care.
But also too, he's not the only artist that doesn't get involved into politics. So Wizkid's the same way. Like there are just
they all equally got dragged. Burna Boy just
but like there are people that just don't choose to get involved in that, and like that they have if you don't want you cool, but it's like I don't know. I just feel like this discourse is like because I don't know, like I don't know. But I do think this discourse around Burna Boy, I low-key think it should be killed. I'm not gonna lie, like what I was hearing today, I'm like,
but the concert was not full.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't full, but it wasn't empty.
It wasn't empty.
Yeah,
but
it was not empty.
But I would give
it empty. But people are saying it was empty. It wasn't.
It wasn't empty, but I would say
it wasn't sold out.
It wasn't sold out.
Okay,
I would say maybe 80%.
That's almost full.
Davido's concert wasn't sold out, and I went.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are trying to say that it was like 40-50%.
Oh no, it wasn't.
It's a Nigerian. He's an international artist. In an arena. Like, case closed. That's a big deal to me. I mean, him even being able to book an arena is a big deal.
No, AAC is big.
That's what I
thought it was at Toyota.
I was saying that he should have done it at Toyota. But
yeah, like
he was at AAC, and those seats have people in it. It's not like they did it. So
I was shocked. I was like, oh, people are here.
You know, if he's that daring, cool. That is why he is who he is. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I had the time of my life.
Yeah.
Good.
He put on a great performance. He touched all his albums.
He touched all the songs. And I loved how he ended, because first he ended it with Yeah, and we thought he was going to leave to that because it was a beautiful ending. Then he came back and started performing again. And we were like, what? And then at the very end, he did like a medley of all his hits. I was like, this was the perfect ending. Like, I really sat there and was like, you know what's crazy? Like, hearing all these songs and seeing like the journey of Burna Boy and all his music, I really like, I'm not gonna lie, I see why you have an ego. Like, you literally have humble beginnings. And look at you, you're in an arena. How dare somebody sleep in your face? Like, I'm actually upset. As I was there, I'm like,
he is who he says he is.
Yeah,
and like, why are we acting as if we don't know men?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I actually kind of,
he's that nigga.
In the beginning, I
respect it.
There was a point in the beginning where you can tell his energy was just off. Like, I remember just watching it, they was like, I was like, does he feel like he's a little bit like holding back a little bit? And
when he took that jacket off.
Yeah, and they were like, well, he's feeding off the crowd from the energy, and you can tell he's like a little bit timid. And it wasn't until like the crowd started singing and he started getting more hype that you can really like feel the energy. And I could kind of feel him like, you're in this big ass arena and you're looking down, and the person you're looking at is sleeping. Like, I can see him just being like, you know how Nigerians are. Like, it's an insult. Like, what kind of insult is this? You're coming here and sleeping in my face. Like, go to the back or something, you know? Like,
honestly.
So it was bad.
It's not right that he did that.
But being there, I kind of was just like, I'm not going to lie. Like, if you're sleeping, you kind of do need to go.
But to embarrass
her. Like, you could have did something cute. Wake, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to.
I don't agree with him how he handled it.
You stopped the entire concert and told her to get out.
But you can kind of like, it's like now you see both sides.
You need to cut it out.
No,
you
I don't agree with that. But you can kind of see where his mind was like, you're sleeping.
No, I do see where his mind was in terms of like artistry. Like, yeah, it feels disrespectful, but at the same time, I don't feel like he should have told her to get out. Like, do something so she can wake up. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of times when these artists perform, they'll have you doors open at 7. The artists don't come out till 9. You start performing at 10. Like, and then we're here till midnight. Yeah, I've been here for 5 hours.
And not even just that.
Like,
I'm like, I don't know why you would automatically take it as disrespect, because she's at the concert. So clearly she has some type of like enthusiasm to see you. She's a fan, whatever the case may be. So like, why would you automatically think, this is disrespectful that she's sleeping? Why would you not? That's what I'm saying. But why would you not take it like, what if there's something wrong? Hey, are you okay? Do you have a medical?
It's like she could have been pregnant. Like, anything could have been like.
That's what I'm like.
Your first option was disrespect.
Yeah,
but I mean,
he should have done it. He wasn't in the right at all. All I'm saying is, as I was there, I'm just like, the show that you knew you was about to give, I feel you. Like, I'm really about to put on a show and you're sleeping in my face.
I'm not gonna lie, it was like the same feeling I had was when we went and watched DeVito in Atlanta. I was like, dang, like you said, like the seeing where they came from, where they're at, and I was like, it's kind of a beautiful sight to experience and see. It's like, dang, like, wow, starting from the bottom, now you hear.
I'm literally watching an Afrobeats artist in an arena.
At the American Airlines Center.
Like, who would have thought that this would even be a thing? Like Afrobeats, or even not Afro. What is he? Afro pop, whatever. Music can even get to the point of where it is, where you have an arena filled with Nigerians and other ethnicities and nationalities watching this small, adult now perform. Like, it was actually like beautiful to watch.
Yeah,
loved it.
And we're never gonna lie. And Burna Boy,
we're never gonna play like he didn't
before we go
have
past this,
indeed,
he's a very attractive man. Like,
Burna Boy was good.
I was just looking, I'm like, wait a second, why do we see anyone built like this now? Like, it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. It's when he took that jacket off, he got his energy back.
Michelle, are you licking your lips?
Yeah, I was like,
what is going on?
I was like, wow, like,
what is going on?
Okay, so whenever it comes to Summer Walker, she recently had like another album come out. What was it called? Finally Over It. Mm-hmm. And so it was like her trilogy to her albums. And as we know, like, Summer Walker, she's had like a little bit of a past, you know, like her first album, she was with
London on
the Track. Then her second album, at this point, I think she was with her baby's father of her twins. Then this third album, I guess she's like with nobody. And she's just kind of like on her whole like get back era. Like, she's like this like hot girl. She's just trying to have fun. It is what it is. So recently, there was a voice note leaked of Summer Walker that she had sent to Rich the Kid. And basically she sounded intoxicated, and she was talking about how, like, you know, she doesn't care that she's a side chick. Like, he should just get a second phone, or, save her number as Pizza Hut. She just wants to fuck with him and X, Y, and Z. She doesn't really care about, whatever else he has going on. And he is in a public relationship with Tory Brixx, and he's been with her for at least 5 years now at this point.
Time. Yeah.
But yeah, so there was a lot of backlash between this voice note, but I feel like a lot of people were just like coming hard at Summer and not necessarily having any type of energy towards Rich the Kid or even Tory Brixx for that matter.
Why?
Wait, why would the energy be?
Why does Tory or Rich need energy? I'm confused.
Rich, yes.
Aren't
Tory,
they
why?
rich? No.
Well, Rich for sure, because Rich, you're doing
You're
the
fucking
cheating.
with 2 people, so you're doing the cheating. So yes.
I understand, but
he should definitely have the energy towards him, and not only that, I feel like Tory should have the energy towards Rich. Like,
you don't know what she's doing because that's their business.
But
we're talking about Summer and the leaked audio.
I mean, I get that, but at the same time, it's like all you're doing is coming at Summer, and it's like you're not checking Rich. And then at the same time, the reason why I really don't have any sympathy for Tory, because I remember very clearly whenever she took him from Miss Twerk something. So like he was definitely married to Miss Twerk something.
Was he?
Let's stay central to Summer and Tory.
Wait, no, let her land.
Yeah. So Tory Brixx, like Miss Twerk something came out and was like, Tory, you're ruining my family. You're breaking my family up. You're breaking my home up. And Tory did not have any type of sympathy for that lady.
Wow.
And she then came out and was in a relationship with Rich the Kid. And this is whenever Rich the Kid was like just coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So Miss Twerk something had knew him like whenever he was coming up. So I think at this point, like he had now his notoriety, because Rich the Kid at one point, he was like, it was song after hit. Can
we name the hits? Because I'm not gonna lie,
he did. He had a go. Like, so what I want to know, why is it wrong that Summer's getting the type of backlash she's receiving? I need to know.
I don't think it's wrong.
Okay.
I think that maybe not as much Tory, but I definitely think that Rich and Summer should get the same energy from everybody.
I don't know. I think the person that's talking the most should get all the energy, and that's Summer Walker. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even if that audio leaked, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, what are we stamping behind? You look crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all now, because I've been seeing that narrative that Tory should get smoked. Why? Did I tell her to start going and doing all this stuff? You don't think Tory knows what her man is doing?
She does. And
okay, so then like, why is she getting? But that has nothing to do with us, though.
But that's even more why I don't understand why Summer is getting this type of heat whenever they clearly have some type of arrangement.
We don't know that, but that's my man.
It didn't give arrangement,
like.
Though.
But that's her man. Like, at the end of the day, that's her man, right? That Rich the Kid is Tory's man, and Summer Walker is the side piece.
Yeah,
and she's out on social media promoting that she loves being a side piece.
Yeah.
Do you now see how embarrassing that sounds?
I think that's embarrassing.
That is why she's getting the smoke she's getting.
But the thing is,
stay focused.
But
here.
I also feel like Summer would have not been as vocal about it if she didn't feel like they leaked it on purpose. Like, I feel like it's just one of those things where Summer was clearly playing her part. She was doing what she wanted to do, and she was leaving it at that. I think that they were just leaking it to like mess up her album.
Stunt?
No, I don't think on her part, because it looks bad on her part. So I don't think that's going to help her album.
Okay, this don't align with the type of music she put out.
It does.
So
it does. So
this is for that.
It could possibly be a PR stunt. But to go back on Nikki's question, why she's getting smoked, it's because you came out and you openly said that you're glorifying the side chick behavior.
Yeah.
Not only that, like it's that is one in itself, because that I know that audio was from years ago. It's the fact that today you are standing on being with a man that you know has a baby mother, is in a relationship, and not only that, you're speaking on their relationship in terms of, she was just like, Tory, he doesn't like you, move on. And I think, say what you want about Rich the Kid, say what you want about you being a side piece. The moment you bring my name up and you're talking about, oh, he doesn't like you, you should have left, and this and that, I think now you sound
delusional.
That's because it's like, why are you speaking on that? Like, why are you glorifying this?
Then why is he not with you?
Yeah,
like let's just not do this. Like,
I feel like he's playing both of y'all like a fiddle, and you're not. I think because she feels like she has the upper. In that video, she definitely feels like she has the upper hand, because you're a side piece. You only get him when you want. He pays your bills, so on and so forth. but he's also sticking his penis in another woman and doing the same thing for another woman. So it's like, it's you guys are equal playing fields. You're not, there's no, unequal balance here. Like, I just feel like for you to praise that, it was very much like,
it was weird. It was weird.
Summer, thank God she has a talent. Thank God she has a talent, because that woman has a voice on her, and the woman does vocals. She could sing. I think she makes great bodies of work, because the elevator, I'm not too sure about that. I'm be honest. Like, but she, I don't know.
You know what I think it is? I don't know if it's necessarily, I think that was just coming from one, like, hastiness, her being upset, whatever the case may be. Do I really think that Summer wants to glorify being a side chick? No, I don't think so.
I do. I think she's a bird.
I think she does.
I don't know. I don't think that she was. I think that she was just highly embarrassed. And the only, you know how sometimes it's like your pride will not allow you to just be like, humble yourself and be like, hey, I was wrong in this situation. So instead, now your pride is like trying to like glorify like your position and like basically be like, oh, well, like, I was just,
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, oh, okay, I'm just having fun and he's paying my bills and it is what it is.
The whole time you feel stupid.
Exactly. She really feels stupid. She truly feels stupid, because it's just like, you sent this audio message, you would never think this would come out. And so,
but this is like, what are we talking, like, y'all, this is bird behavior.
No,
like,
it is. That's not what she's saying. What she's saying is that, like she said, she's embarrassed, but she's trying to mask that embarrassment by trying to glorify that behavior. It's just the same thing where I feel like women do when they be like, all men cheat. No, your man cheats.
And I think that that's really all it is. It's like, I think that later on she is going to come out. She's going to be like, she's going to come to her senses, because I don't think that Summer is a dumb girl.
Look at the thing with Michi. She has a track record, y'all. Like, I wish this was the first time, but it's not.
What I like to say is, like, I agree with you. I agree with you with her wanting to save face, but I disagree that she doesn't truly believe that. I do think there's like a pipeline of women who have been in destructive relationships or had their homes wrecked, becoming homewreckers in other relationships. I think she's like literally feels like, okay, y'all didn't give a fuck when it was my nigga getting fucked, so
why should I give
a fuck about it when it's yours? And I think that she truly believes that, because as you can see,
it happened to her.
That voice note got leaked, but that's definitely Summer Walker on that voice note. So, I mean, she definitely called that man drunk out of her mind or not, saying that, save me as Pizza Hut. I want to be in your life. And as much as she's saying that, he's tricking on her, I'm not going to lie. That's why I said earlier, please name me the hitch that Rich the Kid has.
Oh, come on.
Why he's able
New
to just
freezer,
finance.
plug walk.
And these are bigger hits than Summer Walker's, more recent hits. It's just hard for me to believe that the big trick, the big fish is Rich the Kid, and you're fucking with him because he's financing you as much as you claim that he is. I do feel like a part of you has feelings for him, and that's the part where I feel like
she has multiple tricks.
I mean, of course. Why wouldn't she say that? Was he gonna be her only trick? What I'm trying to say is, I think that her saving face is her trying to act as if the relationship is strictly transactional. If it was so transactional, you have multiple tricks, you don't have to call him and be like
going back and forth with Tory on social media.
Of course I'm gonna say that. Of course I'm gonna say that to a trick. You're not gonna convince me that Rich the Kid is that big of a trick. I'm sorry, because he took you to Italy, but you could take yourself to Italy.
So many times.
We took ourselves to Italy and not on a millionaire's salary. So it's like, if you claim that you're living in a mansion, you're doing so good, you cannot convince me that the trick that you need is somebody who you are friends with this man. That's crazy to me. So that's why I'm like,
was she friends with Tory?
Yeah, Tory released a screenshot of her literally.
Tory just said that she was like trying to hang out with her.
But for her to be like
trying to hang out with you
and in her DMs, you're in her DMs talking to yourself.
That happens very often.
I know that,
and those DMs were in 2023.
I understand that, but it's like, to me,
that's weird.
I'm not saying it's not weird.
It's weird.
But I'm saying I think
that I won't say that that she doesn't feel that way. She does. That how she moves is how she feels and how she carries herself.
But my question
carries it actually extremely well now.
She has to rationalize it in order for that to be her life.
But I get that. Like, I'm not telling y'all not to have smoke for Summer, but we need to have smoke for Rich. I'm sorry. Like, he is just as embarrassing. He has cheated on this girl multiple times, and he has had multiple public scandals. She is fighting women, bloodying them to a pulp.
Right. But that's not the discourse, though. It's about that leaked audio.
But you know what's crazy? I do have smoke for the guys when the women are being deceived. But I'm not gonna lie, I think it's about time we start holding some of these women accountable.
But that is what I said.
Now I think it's become a thing where women are getting off scotch-free.
Hold on, y'all. Going on.
But now but I just said that Tory needs smoke. I'm sorry, she does.
I don't think Tory is the victim in this. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
you said Tory is the victim?
Tory, Brixx is the victim and all. She is the one in a relationship who's getting cheated on. Out of everyone, she deserves the least smoke.
Okay, so you said hold women accountable. Who needs to be held accountable?
I think a lot of times in these situations, it's you can't wreck a home that's already broken. So people use it as an excuse to be like, oh, as long as your man is willing to talk to me, I don't have to respect your relationship. And I think that's why now we've gotten to the point that we are now, where there is no moral code as far as you can see a woman in a relationship and you can assist her significant other in cheating on her. That is, as women, if we truly say we're girls, when women fuck up like that, we truly have to hold them accountable. I'm not gonna lie, Summer Walker, hearing how she speaks, that was disappointing. Because I'm like, Summer Walker, you were once on this internet getting dragged, and we were defending you from all of London's multiple baby mamas when you were in that position. So now to see you on the other end and to think that you do not deserve the smoke that we gave London's baby mamas, impossible.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not gonna lie, I have labeled her as a bird. That is bird behavior. Like, that makes no sense. I'm not gonna lie. Even when she was going back and forth, I'm like, Summer, why do you even have mouth? Like, this is crazy. Like, but this is crazy. And then y'all keep saying Rich needs okay, like, duh, but it's like the discourse is the leaked audio and what is going on, and her coming out and now owning that is how she feels. That is why she's getting the smoke.
As women, we need to start healing after toxic relationships.
Yes.
You go from one toxic relationship and then you become the toxic person in the next one. Yeah.
And before you know it, every person you're dealing with, you're just trying to get back on all the hurt you've experienced that you haven't unpacked yet. So no, I'm sorry. Like, I think the smoke is for Summer Walker, and honestly, moving forward, y'all need to start signing some NDAs. Like, y'all, this is messy.
Yeah,
this is so messy.
Really messy. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I do hope that in this situation, Tory wakes up, because let's be realistic. Like, this is not the first time. It's actually not the first time, and it's embarrassing. Like, I do know for her, it's probably a little bit more difficult. They have a kid together, but at the same time, it's just like, Tory, if, like Nikki said, if you've had to beat women behind this man,
but correct me if I'm wrong, and I may be getting her mixed up with somebody else, but at one point, did their relationship is like toxic / abusive, right? There was a situation that came out where it was like it got domestic.
Yeah.
Was this not? So it's like, I really don't know their dynamics of their relationship, but I do think.
But at the same time, she like literally she literally like beat one of her friends to like
and
a pulp.
that could have, that's what I'm saying, it was alleged. Like, we didn't know if she beat a girl or if it was a situation where her and Rich the kid. So it's
she
like,
definitely
it was alleged.
beat a girl up, like, bad. Like,
so fucking with her man?
No, she for allegedly, she thought that they were doing something.
Again, I just hope that all parties wake up. Like, wake up, sister.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the guy to be. And I'm sorry, like, I am so sorry. When we see, because Tory Brixx was like, she was
That
a baddie.
girl.
She was an OG baddie, and you take you out the
That's
game.
why I was actually so confused too when they got together, because I was like, again, y'all need to name me the multiple hits. Like, no shade to Rich the Kid. I know that his name is very popular, but I'm like, is he now a producer? Am I missing something?
No.
Like, what makes it worth it?
Because I don't remember his hits being like.
I think he is producing stuff now, though.
Like, what? Who's his artist?
Because I'm like,
I don't know. I get him and Playboy Cardi mixed up.
Like,
sorry. But yeah, no, I do hope she wakes up. I hope she wakes up. I hope she wakes up, because letting him take you out the game is crazy. I mean, but
y'all know why she there. It's money on.
Strictly financial.
You need to have your own.
I don't think it's
stuff.
strictly financial.
You don't
for
think
Tory.
so?
I mean, they have a kid now.
Absolutely not.
At this point, but
that's like, there's no amount of money that's keeping you that delusional. Sorry, no.
You don't think so?
You're not. No.
Okay,
I think it's the fact that they have a kid together.
That is
you think
a trauma
it's just
bond.
the kid keeping
That's
her there?
true, but I also think financial abuse is real, and I don't think
it's
she has
financial
any
abuse.
solo projects.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think financials play a large role, but I don't. Tory's staying there because she loves that man,
and he's providing a roof over her head and stuff like that. Because outside of her relationship with Rich the Kid, and this is me not trying to be rude, what exactly is she doing?
nothing.
Okay, that's why she's there.
She's a Fashion Nova ambassador. What does she do?
She did have a talk show. I don't know if she still has one, but yeah, she had it with
that I did not know.
She had one with Vote. They had
oh,
two
she
seasons.
did with the she had another
2
girl
seasons,
on there too, right?
It was like about four
of them. Yes, I actually do remember that, but that was a while ago.
I mean, like present day time. So that's what I'm telling you. It's
like
financial.
a year and a half ago. But the thing is, they do seasons, so I don't know. I would hate to. I had to go back to their page.
Yeah, no, I actually remember
what
her talking about. She did.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's why I said it's financial,
Yeah.
because
I mean, she did have a podcast.
You know,
I was like, not too much on a girl.
Sorry to all parties
yeah,
involved.
you know,
sad, very sad story.
Okay. Oh, but speaking of sad story, y'all, are y'all like privy to the Danish Deception?
Yep.
So if y'all haven't heard, there's a new recentista on the block. Her name is Onyeka. So apparently I haven't even finished the story because it's a hard listen because she's calling it the Danish Deception, and I'm expecting her to be scammed by this man, but
She wasn't.
But I'm like, is it deceit if all he's doing is asking?
She wasn't scammed.
Are you being deceived if all he's doing is asking? And mind you, the first time she gave this man $6,000, he didn't even ask. She offered, and he actually told her no, and she actually forced him to take the money. And so at this point, I'm like, and then at one point, she's like, mind you, he owes me $15,000. Babe, at no point did I forget that. In fact, I was counting in my head. I was like, okay, so he gave him $6,000 and then he came to you for $5,000. And this is where she really lost me. This is when I had to stop listening, y'all. He asked her for $15,000 and she was like, at this point, I realized that this man might be manipulating me. And she couldn't even give him the $15,000 all at once. She had to give it to him in increments of $3,000. You know, this man texted her daily to remind her to send the $3,000. That's when I said, babe, this is not
this is where you stop.
Question. So this is in your
Did he have like financial? So what was his financial issues?
Let me reel it back in because you stopped. I know where you stopped at. So pick it up from there. This is really not spoiled because it's everywhere now. So, what was going on is that he has a gambling addiction. Her girlfriend, the man he supposedly borrowed money from, that he was doing like cryptocurrency trading with, his girlfriend's friends with Onyeka. She texted Onyeka, was like, hey, so-and-so, like your husband, like her husband owes money.
She married the man, by the way.
And she married him.
Wait, who married who?
Onyeka married the Danish guy.
So did she give him the money prior to marriage or like in the marriage?
In the marriage. So once they got married, that's when she started giving, because she was like, we're a unit. This is like,
No, remember prior to that, $6,000 was for something.
Oh, well, after that, the big increments of money came when they were married, like because they were married. Now she thinks that, I'm fighting for my lover. Okay.
And then, mind you, in the midst of her giving money, for some reason, they're taking all these trips. Yeah, and then it never made sense. She gave him she gave him a large sum of money, and they went to forgot what place. We're going to Portugal. We're going to Cancun. We're going here. I'm like,
and then she said she paid for the entire trip.
And he's like, let's use your credit cards. I'm like, why are y'all traveling?
Why are we going places?
The story, there was no deception. So the friend, finally, they went to a party because she went to visit him. They're at a party. She said he normally doesn't invite her to those things. One of his friends that she met the first time they met at the, whatever island they were at, where she met him at, he was like talking to her and he's like, he brought up saying like, you don't know about his addiction, something like that. And she's like gambling addiction. And that's when the floodgates open. And then, so long story short,
that's why he needed all that money, because he was trying to pay things back.
Yes. Long story short, this man was able to convince her family, and her friends to give him an amount upwards of like $300,000. The amount that her dad even loaned him is even undisclosed to this day. He wouldn't even say.
Whoa.
My thing is,
can you imagine?
And mind you, this is an Igbo girl. And the more of a story for me is sometimes being, a gold digger can save you a lot of stress.
Absolutely.
Being miserable can save you a lot of stress, because to me, I'm like, even when she was saying like, I told my friends that he was having financial problems, but I didn't tell him that she wouldn't tell him that she was loaning him money. But in my head, I'm like, you wouldn't even have to tell me, because let my friend come and tell me that her husband's having financial woes. I'm already eyeing her like, and you better not make that your issue.
It's not your problem.
You better not make that your issue. Because I'm like,
I always tell girls.
Did they have kids together?
No, they don't have she has a dog. Girl, let me tell you something. And I don't everyone's like, oh my gosh, y'all should feel. I don't feel bad for anyone who willingly walks into the lion's den. That man, for the beginning of the story started, I knew he was not right.
No. Because my thing is, I'm like, maybe because I'm a natural skeptic. I don't know if it's Nigerian in me, but there's nobody that can tell me that they're a prince.
How long did they date for?
He said he played in the Olympics. He said he played in the Olympics.
Not even until you overheard.
Royalty.
You overheard him telling someone else something he never told you, and you're saying he's humble.
Went to a website, and she just, one thing about me, I'm about to look up everybody. I'm getting favorite birds. I'm getting everything. Because you're not about to tell me you royalty. I ain't going to fact check that.
That's the thing. All his lies were Googleable information. Yeah. He's royalty. And Denmark has these rules where this and that. Google that and see.
Because
if that's true.
His word holds bond. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So I didn't watch because I'm not. Every time I saw it, scrolled because it just gave it like
It's
it gave
hard.
Tinder swindler like, and it just
But she
like
wasn't swindled though.
well, it
She
gave
wasn't.
either way. Like I just feel like I did see a point of view that, and I was just like, honestly, this is the truth. I feel like her bigger issue, because if that was an African American man, you
would
wouldn't
not
have
give him a
accepted
dime.
any of that.
Yes.
And so, Onyeka, you need to actually sit with why you know what I mean? You need to sit with that because you're dating a white man, you're allowing him to do certain things that you wouldn't normally accept from any other race, probably. And it's like, because it's white, it's acceptable. Let's sit with this,
And I need
Onyeka.
to know why your parents were willing to give him that money.
like,
Is that like
that's weird.
Is that like how like sometimes some people think like, you know, like white people are superior, like the closer we are to that like the status, and it's like no, like y'all I'm not gonna. I'm actually looking at everybody too. Like y'all watched y'all's daughter be in that situation.
She really should just kept this to herself.
And honestly, and also I'm not for.
Are they divorced?
I think
Yeah,
believe so.
they're
But
divorced.
y'all also, I'm gonna be real with y'all.
But she's
there's
not
only
getting that
one
money
Reese
back.
Tisa. Well, there's only one Reese Tisa.
Yeah, y'all can't keep trying to come up on y'all's misery, bro. We don't care.
Your story ain't a Reese Tisa.
We don't care.
I mean,
no, it's not.
It was one thing
for
I
content.
will say that she has in common with Risa Tisa is she is a great storyteller. She really is. She's a great storyteller. She really knew how to lay the story and the setting, and she went chapter by chapter and like.
And
it was
did y'all
interesting
watch her
listening.
mannerisms as she's telling the story? She is not over that man, and that was the weird part.
And not even just that, y'all. I think y'all was told that she was on The Bachelor.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah,
was. She's
she
been
was
on
on
TV.
Yeah.
So that's
I
probably
was
how
told
you
that too.
spotted her out too. See, it's just a lot of things.
See-
It's like, can you imagine?
But
No,
this
I
is where the issue is this is why we say like you cannot be male centered.
you can't.
You cannot be so gung ho over like being a wife and having that title that you are willing to accept literally anything.
Pennies.
So for me
Or
personally, like, I
pennies.
have not watched the series on TikTok, but if you gave him money prior to marrying him and you still decided to marry him and you still decided to take on that burden, I can't really feel bad at that point because you were given the red flag. Like, really, you should have only been out of $6,000 in a relationship.
You shouldn't have had shit.
No, and when I tell you the
Sorry.
red flags were there because so he's like from Denmark or whatever. So they tried to get married in Vegas, like do like it was more so about like residencies, whatever. But they tried to do it in Vegas, but Denmark would not recognize the marriage because they won't recognize any marriage where you can get the marriage certificate and wed the same day because they think it's like easy fraud. And she even said like shout outs to that rule because like it is a way, you know what I mean? It kind of like made them pump the brakes. But I was like, but y'all didn't pump the brakes fast enough because all y'all did was move from Vegas to Dallas. You know what I mean? The flags were out
Dallas?
But
there.
then also too, she was
in Dallas.
She's from Dallas. Yeah, and then that's
So I was like,
crazy.
that's why I was like,
So, like,
you're Nigerian, you're Igbo, and then you live in one of the
Dallas?
most pretentious cities in the world,
How?
and you still were funneling money to a man at a speed that I have not
But no,
seen
y'all, she was
ever in
setting
life.
herself up.
She
Like,
was.
y'all know them girls that be trying to act like for example, going shopping. Oh, I don't want to make you spend all this money. Shut up.
No.
Stop trying to play
This
good cop
man
and
took her on a
stuff.
shopping spree and said, pick whatever. And she was like, I didn't want him to
Can
think
you
I was
imagine?
after his money. So she saw a Dior bag and she put it down and said, God, don't
Clear the store.
Don't take a bond of glasses. You know, this man looked at him and said,
Yeah.
oh, you're cheap.
know- they
That's what he
know-
told her.
But
Well-
but you understand? I don't think girls understand. You start playing them small games, and
He
then
gonna
men be
treat you
treating
real small. Yeah.
Like they're like, oh yeah, she a penny pincher, cool, cheap. Oh, I'm gonna do this low budget, bare minimum, nothing. He gonna have you crying on your birthday. Like that's crazy.
To Nikki's
Sorry.
point, I do feel like and I saw somebody bring this point up. Because again, I didn't watch the video. Somebody brought up a point and she was just like, honestly, guys, can we just not act like people are going in on her and honestly, rightfully so. But can we just not act like this is not how a lot of Nigerians are raised? Like we're absolutely raised. No, let me land.
No,
I don't know about
No.
that
you.
one.
Speak for
I'm not
yourself.
sure about
Let me
Speak for
land.
yourself. You haven't watched the story.
Let me land. What I was saying is a lot of Africans in general are actually even women. They're just raised to like the man is the prize. If you're not married, you don't have value. If you don't have kids, you don't have value. Like a lot of that is very much so in the African culture.
But I get that, but not rotting in your bones behind.
No, absolutely not. But at the same time, like, why is her parents enabling that behavior? The fact that it's all for the sake of you having a man, like
Crystal has a point.
Yeah, like all for the sake of having, like we
wouldn't have done
no.
that.
But hold on, let me just finish, because let's not act like there's a lot of aunties. We know somebody who's in a marriage by herself. Like in a marriage, she's a single woman. She's a single mom. She's in like an abusive relationship in terms of like maybe financial. Maybe her husband doesn't do much. Like, and it's still like, oh yeah, that's my husband. And it's just like, bro, a lot of people, they're raised to like, they're taught to raise married to useless men.
So what I'm saying,
and it's like their image matters, but how they treat you in their home doesn't matter. As long as you're married, it's okay.
But I agree with you to a certain part, because that's a very outdated way of thinking, because now in this world, it's unacceptable. I'm sorry. No, like, I understand that, but let's be clear here. If he wasn't white, his parents would not have cut him a cent. And we know that. We know that.
But the only reason why
we know that.
This is the only reason why.
Wait, hold on. Let me land, because we know people in the African culture that they see that as like status. The closer I am to that is status. But if it was someone else, they would not have done that. So no, I'm sorry. I can't say that, oh, this is a common practice. It's not.
The only reason why
I didn't say that's not what I said. Let me actually rephrase what I said so you understand clearly. I didn't say it's a common practice. What I said was a lot of people in the Nigerian culture, in the African culture, they treat marriage as if it's like the holy grail. They treat relationship as it's the holy grail, and they make it seem as though if you don't have that, you are useless as a woman. If you are not married, if you don't have kids, if you don't do XYZ, you're useless as a woman, because that's what your job is to marry a man, make him happy, and procreate. That's it. So a lot of women, a lot of people in the culture, they will tell you like, oh, even if you go to a party, your auntie will be like, oh, where's your husband? Oh, who is this? They'll ask you that, because they glorify that nowadays, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying in terms of money, obviously, like the situation is wrong, but what I'm saying is like in our culture, it is glorified to have a husband. And so I feel like it probably was pushed on her at a young age. You need to have a husband, you need to have, and then look where it got her. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't agree with, again, even if we went to a party today, anybody's mom will ask you, where's your husband? Where's your man?
He's not here. Fine.
And that's what I'm saying.
Care.
Like, we glorify, having a husband so much so to women will settle for less. Like, that's
the only reason why. So the only reason why I do have to agree with Crystal, and I don't think it's even just Nigerians. Like, I have seen this even like with my Indian friends. Like, I have seen to the point where, like, you know, they're put into like arranged marriages, and quite frankly, their husbands ain't shit. But their parents, especially their mothers, are like, no, you're going to make this work regardless. And they can be like in quite terrible relationships. But their parents are so scared of the embarrassment of, one, having a daughter in their 30s that's not married, doesn't have children, or having a failed marriage, that they will force their children to remain in a marriage that, quite frankly, does not suit them. And I kind of feel like I said, I have not watched this, but I do feel like that's kind of the reason why the parents were even going along with this. It was probably one of those things of like, hey, maybe at first it was like, okay, you know, we're just helping our daughter's husband. But I'm sure they also saw the red flags, and it was just like, hey, we don't want our daughter to have a failed marriage, especially
at a young age,
especially so early on.
But to me, if I've told my mom that I'm married to an Olympian, you don't think Christine's gonna go look that man
That's
up?
your mom, is what we're saying.
That's everybody's parents.
No, it's not. That wasn't her parents. We're literally talking about somebody that didn't work on.
Okay.
What I do hear what y'all are saying as far as like, you know, sometimes Nigerians are very male centered as well. Like, they really define who you are based on who you're married to and what he does and all the other stuff. What I disagree with was the notion of she was moving like a Nigerian woman. She wasn't. I'm not, and that's just me, because even like
I didn't say that.
Okay, even from part one, like I was shocked for several reasons, because I'm not gonna lie, this is being honest. A lot of times, like especially Igbo people, they can be very like tribal. So even the fact that I was even shocked at the rate of which they were able to accept the fact that she was willing to marry somebody who was like non-Nigerian, which lets me know that she probably has to have at least had a history of dating people who were not black, because her parents accepted that way too quickly, which is not very Nigerian of them. Anyways, and then on top of that, the speed in which she was willing to even give him money, like Nigerian, that's very taboo to be giving a wife to give money to her significant other. So to me, even that to me was like taboo as far as all that, because to me, I'm like, okay, the only reason they would even accept this man out of nowhere, quickly as if he's well off. And he's not even behaving as someone who's well off.
Thank you.
And all the things, on top of that, this man does not even live in the country. He lived overseas. So there were just so many things that were kind of like, I felt like she was jumping so many hurdles to make the relationship work. That's why I was just like, as a Nigerian woman, it's like, I'm surprised that your spidey senses and your sense of discernment are not like shining in your eyes at this point. It almost seemed far-fetched. The point where halfway through, I'm like, is this a real story? Because like, how is this possible?
It was the Olympian thing for me. I'm like, so how did you miss that one?
That's why
that would have ended the relationship there.
That's why I said I would disagree. Because even for me, like, I'm not gonna lie, the minute he even started saying like he's having financial difficulties,
it wouldn't have
as an Igbo woman, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, I've left men for just talking about car troubles.
Girl.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't like to hear about stuff like
it's
that.
It's like, because also
it's none of my business.
This is way too brand new for you to feel like this is my problem now. And then also too, where I don't agree is when she started doing this we talk very soon. So you know, we're going somewhere. So this is our we. It's not your problem, honey. That's his problem.
But my question is, like, maybe in the beginning, like, did he ever pay her back? Like, did she like give him a loan and he paid her back?
No, he was just collecting.
That's what never made sense. Now, what I will say is, in the beginning, he kind of loved to bomb her, but he also kind of loved to bomb herself. So in the beginning, he did fly her out somewhere, and she said he paid for everything, and she said it had to have been expensive. They were staying at a really super expensive place, and mind you, he made about $400,000 a year, and she said she was able to confirm this because she saw some bank statements. So he he made a lot of money. He was well off, but the problem was for me is, okay, he's well off all this other stuff. He did all this stuff, spent all this money. And then halfway through, he's coming to you about all these difficulties, this and that, and da da da.
It wasn't until the tax issue. The issue with the taxes, she got her money back when they finally like passed the whole something with like that goes on in Denmark. He had tax issue. Finally, that cleared. He sent her some money back, but not all of it.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. Moral of the story, ladies, don't give men money.
I mean,
so I do want to ask: have y'all ever given a man money?
Nope.
Oh. Screaming. Nikki, I know you're not coming back to tell that you have. Oh, wow. I would have stayed gone for that.
Yeah. Crystal.
Is it pizza here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Crystal said, I would have stayed gone for that. Like,
just kidding.
So the question is, have y'all ever given a man money? And how has it turned out? Like, did you regret it?
You know, the crazy part is, actually I have. And it was like one of my boyfriends. But it was like, at this point, we had already been together probably about a year. And it was like, he just asked for a loan and he paid it right back.
Oh,
a loan.
Okay.
Like, but it wasn't like a lot. Like maybe like $1,500.
And he paid it right back.
Paid it right back. Like in a week.
That's different.
So
that's
like
different. See, he didn't do that. He didn't. See, Nick, no.
But that's what I'm saying though. So that's the reason why I feel like sometimes you can think like, okay, they're gonna give me the money back. That's the reason why I asked, like, so like, did he ever give her the money back? Because
so he didn't
sometimes
he gave her like like not even the big amounts of it, like just small, like breadcrumbing her,
like
making
for instance,
it look like I'm
like say she would give him like maybe he owed her like $15,000, and then they would go on a trip and he would pay for everything. But I'm just like, y'all could just not have went on that trip and he could have given you the money.
But when he collected that big lump sum from her, she then went on a trip with him and paid for it. So you gave him a loan and then you bankrolled a trip for him.
Yeah, and I'm like, why are y'all even going on trip? Okay, that was even annoying me. But what's the call? It's so crazy, and that's what I really learned. This situation really learned. I'm saying really learned to me. I don't know why I'm speaking in like pidgin right now, but like because I'm trying to realize like, am I just a witch or is she just really nice? Because I'm not gonna lie, like I truly like. Let me tell you, a guy's never owed me money. But like, has a guy ever been like, oh, get it and I'm gonna pay you back? So there was one time when, I hope I don't edit this out, but there was one time where I went somewhere and I was like, oh, I want to get this. And this guy was like, okay, get it. So I got it. And then afterwards I was like, why did you tell me to get it? And it's like taking you so long to replace the money. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, I didn't really mind because I wanted it, but it irritated me so much. And he did end up giving it to me. But to me, it was like, I was so irritated by it that I was like, actually, I'm never going to do that again because it just feels like you owe me money that you don't owe me. Don't ever have me spend my money on something with the thought that you're going to replace it. Even that irritates me. So I can't even imagine someone actually owing me money that's mine, let alone someone owing me money that's theirs. It's pissing me off.
And then me going on a trip and bankrolling for you.
No, like stuff like that
rewarding
actually
you.
It enrages me. Like it actually makes me physically mad. That's why I'm just like, I cannot imagine giving a man $6,000. You will not know peace. And it's not even going to be like an actual like me making your life like physically miserable. But when you're around me, you're going to feel every bit of my energy is going to be this man owes me $6,000.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to talk to me about shit. You're not even gonna be able to tell me that you went out to eat that day. Because to me, I'm thinking you could owe me $5,995 if you just didn't get a McDonald's large fry today. But instead, you wanted to continue to live a glamorous life and be in debt to me. Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, yeah, I don't think you're a witch.
I don't think you're a witch.
But
It's
I just feel like, yeah,
I do think there are women out there that could easily like, they have that heart that I don't have.
I mean, but there's also some people, like, again, I've been in that situation too where a man was like, get this and I'll pay you back, immediately pay me back. Even like maybe 2 weeks, maybe even a month. You know what I mean? So there's also some people where it's like, I don't know. I feel like the type of, I mean, thank God, but the type of guys that I've dated, like, there's no like, there's just none of that happening.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, even if they ask for money, which they never have, like, they're gonna give it back. Like they're going to. Like, I wouldn't even have to worry. Like, I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm not losing sleep at night because I know they're gonna give it back.
Like, do it for like, oh, let me go get groceries. It's like, it's there. Like
no, like in then some. I can't even
I don't
imagine.
want to wait. Like, don't have me wait. Like, that's because now it started looking somehow to me.
Yeah, I feel like
you think.
I mean, you definitely have to know your partner. You definitely have to know because I've also been in a situation where we were out to eat. His card got declined, but it wasn't like declined because there was no funds. Like his shit locked up, and used my card. He ended up paying it back. It's like you just. But like some girls, I trust you in that sense. There's some people where I'm like,
some girls will have the man like that, and they'll be like, I mean, you good, you got it.
Oh no! It just depends on the type
What
of
do you
person.
say to that? What do you say to that?
But no, sometimes my thing is I don't even mind that. Like,
no.
If you're in a relationship, that's fine. That's different. Like picking up the tab every now and then, that's not a big deal. But it depends on what the tab.
Yeah,
is.
no. But what I'm saying is that, like, no, like they'll tell you like to do. Oh, use your car. I got you. I'll pay you. And then all of a sudden, like you remind them. Oh yeah. Oh, you got it. You good? Like,
oh, the man is saying you got it.
Yeah, like, oh wait, you good? You got it right? Like you like it's like. They don't remember that they had that.
Oh no, that's
this
disrespectful.
is not my story, but you know
that's actually very disrespectful. Don't ever play with me like that again.
That's a con artist.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask y'all. So y'all have never, because y'all didn't say that y'all had given a man any money, correct? But have you loaned your friends money? So my question is like, so if you're in a relationship and like let's say that it's been for a while and the man hasn't shown you like any signs of that he's like
no, like with that. Okay, so that was what we said in the. I said you have to know your spouse. For me in particular, like I've dated people where it's like. I probably wouldn't, but I've also dated people where it's like, okay, you know what? His card declined because it got locked at a restaurant, and I put my card down. He gave the money back immediately. You know what I mean? So I feel like if my man, which he will and should be, is trustworthy enough, then absolutely, I feel like giving money wouldn't be a big thing. Like it's just like water.
But what about like not in a situation where his card declines? What about in a situation where he actually comes to you and says like, "Hey, I'm having financial troubles," and like let's say that let's say I need to pay like $3,000 back. Am I able to?
Though? To what? It depends.
To what?
Because if you have a gambling debt, you're not going to get that.
No.
Even if you have, like, I'm sorry, like, it depends. Like, do we live together? Like, do you need to cover rent? Because I feel like the money I give you is not going to help your situation, respectfully. Like, I don't...
Why do you not have other stops before? I feel like this should be your final stop.
Yeah.
See, and that's crazy. I actually don't think so. Like, I feel like, I don't know about final stop. Your final stop should be like a loan shark.
No.
Yeah. Like, that should be really your last stop.
That should be the stop before me, actually.
No, I don't agree because those, bro, they will have you in a bind. You end up never.
I'll have you in a bind too.
Yeah,
so stop playing with me. Why are you asking me? I'm not gonna lie. I'm talking to y'all right now. Do not ever ask my man. Don't ask me for money because I'm not gonna lie. I'm never gonna look at you the same. I need you to know that you're gonna get it out the mud without me. Before you come to me, you need to exhaust every option.
So I feel like you're the final stop.
Every option. I'm not gonna lie. Unless we're locked in like 3 months from an engagement, there's no reason why in a new relationship you're coming out the woodwork with financial.
I'm thinking married. I'm thinking long-term relationship married.
Yeah, like what if you've been with someone for like almost over a year?
No, that's not even long enough. That's not even long enough. It has to be 2 or more. I'm sorry.
That's not locked in.
When I say locked in, I thought Michelle was referring to marriage.
I thought you did too. So I do agree with you in that notion.
Marriage, you wouldn't give your husband?
I'm not saying I wouldn't. I did. And first of all, and if I said I would not, that has nothing to do with y'all.
Damn.
The looks look crazy to me. Like,
because y'all are in a joint household.
That, but I'm just saying, but if I want to say that, what's it to you?
So but my question is, are you saying that?
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, if I wanted to say that, the looks is crazy.
We talked about it. Let's talk about it. I didn't know
Only reason
why.
I'm saying that because I am on the fence where Michelle said that like as my man, you shouldn't be asking me for money. Like go sell a brick.
She said husband.
I understand, but like I'm just saying like that should like a man normally men. I'm not a man, but from what I've seen, normally they don't go their wife's direction. Because the blowback you're going to receive. Hold on. That means that there's something going on where like you're not able to figure it out. Of course you have to pull me in, but now I'm going to be questioning you a little bit. Like what's going on? And a lot of men don't want to hear the questions. So if you don't want to hear the questions from me, because I'm going to ask, how do we get here? You need to go celebrate.
So let me
go do something.
Let me tell you why
I'm saying.
I kind of disagree with that a little bit. Not because you're welcome to have that perspective, but the reason why I'm a little bit more open if it is a marriage, because one thing you're not about to do is embarrass our house.
Yeah, no, I get it, but
so before you go peddling to everybody around, put me in the know so we can figure it out. We can handle this as a unit together.
Absolutely.
Because if there's financial hardships in the home, the first person who needs to know about it is your wife. I don't need anybody calling me saying,
that's what I'm
your husband's begging.
Danish Deception on some, I gave your husband $200,000 and she's like, you gave my husband how much? And I didn't know. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like it does kind of need to be an open door policy when it comes to things like that in a marriage, because that's why people get divorces over finances.
Right.
Now, prior to a marriage or prior to an engagement, I can see why, no, we're not a family unit yet. So low key, your financial hardships are only for you to deal with. But in a marriage, if he's in debt, regardless, if y'all divorced, that's
your debt.
That's just shared debt.
What I'm saying is too, also, I'm not married, so I don't know what I would do. I'm going off principles of a single woman, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm married, things might change, but me personally, like, I just don't subscribe to the narrative of giving men money. I'm not married. So that's narrative will probably more than likely change. But right now, I was like, if I'm not married to someone, I just don't subscribe to that. I've just seen way too many women get burned aggressively that as men, you shouldn't be asking your lady for money.
Yeah.
Go celebrate. I just don't think you should put a woman. No, because I've watched women getting put in financial binds behind giving
But
men
then my
money.
question is, it's like, okay, so then
like,
are y'all marrying anyone with like credit card debt?
I mean, what's credit card debt? Because I feel like $5K is not.
No, what if they're $50,000 in debt?
Oh God!
Like, what if they owe $50,000 to a credit card company, which is very easy to do.
Yeah,
if we're being honest,
it is. Especially if you just buy a house. Or
I hope you would not file for bankruptcy over $50,000.
I'm just saying like
buying a house on a credit. Oh, you mean like
like furniture.
Yeah,
stuff like
that. Next thing you know, like you could buy all these things, you lose your job.
I don't know.
And now you're just like in debt.
That's different.
$50,000 not crazy though.
It's not. It's work.
Even debt in general. I think $50,000 is not.
I mean,
crazy.
my student loans are more than that. Like
now if you have like a like $50,000 on one card, $30,000 on the next, and $40,000. That's when it's kind of just like, okay, no, you actually are financially irresponsible, and that's a whole different conversation. Because what do you have credit card debt in? Mm-hmm. Is it from iPhone app games? You know what I mean? Is it a gambling addiction? You know, it has to be a healthy debt. Is it like Crystal said? Is it a student loan debt? You know,
what if he was in school trying to like pay his way?
Yeah.
See, that's different. But like, what if they're just like gambling or just doing sports betting? Like,
because a lot of med students, they have like a lot of credit card debt because a lot of the way they're
they're financing themselves.
They're trying to get an apartment and furnish before they go to school. It's a lot of credit card debt. So it's like that. Okay. Healthy debt to me. Well, not healthy, but it makes sense. It's not like
that's workable debt.
You're buying sections every weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it'd be different if like you're catching parlays and stuff, and like you're a gambler.
But I also will say in terms of like giving money to. Okay, so let me also speak from, not that I'm a married woman, but let me speak from a marriage perspective. Just because the example I'm about to give, they were married. So I do know somebody who the wife was a doctor, and the guy I want to say something in tech, maybe capital venture, something like where it's like very corporate. And something happened. I think he lost his job. It doesn't like he came up with a company, financial tech company. He came up with a company, and I think he lost his job in the process. Now he was trying to like sell his company out. He needed money from his wife. Mm-hmm. She's a doctor. She gave him the money, $10 million. He sold his company for $10 million. So that's what I'm saying. You have to know your man, because she could have easily been like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." Like she saw his vision.
But no, I feel like that's not even like that's investing in your husband. I feel like that's almost completely different. I mean, it's not like he said like, "I need $50,000 because there's a loan shark after me." I feel like coming to your wife and being like, I have this great, business idea. Can you invest in my dream?
But here's the thing: a lot of men have great business ideas, so it's like it only takes one for you to believe it. You know what I mean?
Like it's like a legit business plan and like really maps it out. Like that's how you.
But what if it's the second time? What if it's the second time he's coming to you and asking you for your partner's dreams for an investment? The first one failed, and let's say that you lost $30,000.
Maybe it'll be like a
sorry.
thing.
Then you need to visit Chase or JP Morgan or Wells Fargo because. Am I a bank? Why are you coming to me to fund pipe dreams at this point?
I mean, but it's better to like not have a loan.
Can I ask y'all a question?
No, because now you need to. Now you don't have any hustle about you because now you're gambling with my money. No.
So do you think in this generation, like, because like our parents, our moms, like in their generation, I feel like they probably wouldn't really think like us. I feel like we're like, to me, I'm not saying this. I'm just talking about this conversation because like hearing it all over the world, it's like the standpoint from a selfish standpoint. A lot of the older generation, they'll be looking at us like, that's your husband, this and that. But like us, we're like, husband or not, like if it doesn't sound, if it sounds risky, that's what I'm just asking. Like, do you feel like we're kind of more selfish?
If I gave my husband $30,000, how is that selfish? I won't do it twice.
The thing is, I would.
No, I'm just.
The thing is, I think I'm on a standpoint of like, actually, I would give my husband probably anything, and I don't want to say
that.
Oh, you twice? You do that? You
I would
twice?
absolutely. I would
because there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because I think that like mistakes happen. Like sometimes you can make bad business deals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and sometimes it don't even be you. It's the people you're working with.
Exactly. It just depends. Like I feel like scared money like doesn't make money. So it's like
especially when it's not yours.
But
that's why he got so many dreams. You're funding them all. Like,
but see, it can't be like that. Like how you're saying is,
it can't be like I'm a bankroll. Like he's coming with absolutely nothing.
Because it's like how your first dream failed and you came back quickly.
No,
like, okay,
I think if in that situation, absolutely not. But if it's a situation where it's like, hey, I came up with 50,000, maybe I need 10 from you.
Okay,
or hey, I came up with 60K, I need 30 from you. I think that's like where you obviously see the money that he's putting in, and you have it to give to your house because you know that. I think I would absolutely invest in my husband.
So then what would you do if you found out the investment that he was investing in was his second family?
Oh.
Well, that makes
divorce.
No sense.
No, what would you do?
Divorced.
I mean,
what can I do?
Filing.
Yeah.
That's why some people don't get money.
I don't think that that's the reason why people do not give money.
I mean, if that's the case, then you shouldn't have married him.
Exactly.
You have bigger
literally.
Now
y'all sound like Tory.
I'm just kidding. I was trying to throw a wrench.
Stay in a relationship you have no business in. Like,
I mean, shit. 3 failed businesses, you still bankrolling.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like, I mean, I'm not a fan of the man, but look at Donald Trump. He's filed for bankruptcy how many times and still worth however much. But like
he's a shoddy businessman.
Yeah, he is.
Zero moral code,
yeah, he's a terrible businessman, but he makes money. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
through,
No, of course. But I'm saying like that happens to multiple people. People can file bankruptcy and still come back and like make really
I
good.
heard that's like the rich people just.
But that's what I was like, the difference between filing bankruptcy because you don't have it and filing bankruptcy because you're trying to evade debt.
Yeah.
Collection.
Of course.
So I mean that's kind of different than what we're talking. We're talking about your husband actually not having the funds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he could and just don't want to pay him.
I mean,
and I can't be mad at that.
Workaround.
Look,
workaround. Why would I give my last $50,000 a day
if I don't have to? There's a workaround.
See, in that case, he's helping me keep the money, so I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that. I will say that to me, like finances are very important, but my main reason for not wanting to give a man money is not because of me actually losing money or anything like that, any selfish reason. It's really just because of like, I really am looking for somebody who is going to be able to protect and provide and lead. And I feel like if I am going to have to wear the pants in this relationship, then it's like, I cannot do it. Because I just feel like as a man, like kind of like what Paul said earlier, I do want you to not be so quick to come to me for money. I want to at least know that, and you've tried something at this or this, or maybe like, I know some guys who like, they're dating a girl and they will hit their homeboy up like, I really want to take her out. Can you loan me $30 just so I can be able to take her out on a date before they go to that girl and be like,
for sure.
It's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And again,
I don't agree with that.
No, you know what's crazy?
I do not agree with that. Then we do not need to go on the date.
No, listen.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
No, the thing is, you won't know.
You're missing the point.
I'm not saying now in our 30s, but I'm saying there are some guys who's like, they have that sort of ego where it's kind of just like, before I go ask you for some money, before I let you know what's going on, I'm going to go hit up this person because I do believe that you deserve this kind of treatment. I never want to have to submit myself to you and ask you for money.
And to me, I think that's a guy code. They know, like, yo, like, why'd you not come? Like, you know what I mean? Because like once now you get,
I think my guy's friends would tell him, come to me before you go to her.
Because now you're opening up floodgates, and like that can turn into something else. Let's kind of see if we can patch it up, just us. Which, you know what I mean? And that's why community is very important with men. Like, it's really good for them to have that bromance going on. Not y'all. Don't be childish here, but like it's good to have that camaraderie with your homeboys and girls too. And so, but like with men, I'm glad that you cleaned that up, because that's what I meant.
Yeah,
like, I don't want
that's also what I meant.
this and thinking that I ain't gonna help my husband out. That's crazy.
No. Again, everything I said was speaking from a committed relationship standpoint. Like you trust the man, you give him money. You guys are damn near married, if not married already. So it's
also,
like
I do want to talk about like us, like not saying us, but like in this world, ladies doing like all these premature things to have a man, to prove to a man that you're it. If you are it, you're it. You don't have to prove nothing to the person that's for you. This whole notion of trying to play good cop, look like you don't spend money, like look like humble, like if you don't have humble beginnings, you don't have humble beginnings. That's okay. That's not your journey or your story. So stop performing, like, because the men smell lit. And that's when you become a Danish Deception. So let's just stop doing that.
So
I
do have a question. So like, okay, so we've talked about like loaning like our significant other's money, but like you, like as like a friend, what if your best friend comes to you that is married and says like, hey, I at this point have loaned my husband $200,000. I've cleaned out my savings.
See Michelle's face?
But this is her husband.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So she comes to you. She was like, are you able to loan me $50,000 just so that we can make sure we can pay our bills?
That's easy. That's the easiest. If I have the free $50,000 to give. Because I don't believe in loaning people money if you expect the money back.
Yeah. And also too, like I feel like if that's like, that has to be hard. Because like, think about it. She's putting her husband image on the line too. Coming to you like saying, you know, he ain't got no money.
Wait, you're going to loan the money to your friend?
Yes.
To give the money to her husband?
No. I'm
she's saying to pay bills. She's just saying like, hey, like I've cleaned out my savings to give my husband money. We just need $50,000 to be able to pay our bills.
Yeah, like I'm worried about her and her children.
Would you loan the money to her? And then two, like, would y'all just loan the money and not say nothing? Or would y'all like, what would be the advice?
Expect it back. I mean, I feel like it's like for you to receive $50,000 and not think about paying it back is very weird. Like I don't think anybody would just be like, oh, free $50,000. That's strange. If you don't have no means to pay that back, you're a terrible person and you need to pay that back. I don't know.
She's already $200,000 in debt.
She's already 200.
They don't even have money to pay their current bill, so it's a possibility that money.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is a very high likely.
It just might not come back quick as you think.
This is a high likelihood.
This is what goes with the old saying: "Do not pay nobody no money that you expect back."
Yeah,
just simple as that. Because you may not, because there's so much in debt, you may not see that money back. You may not.
What I said. It would only if I had a free $50 to give.
Yeah, but the economy is just not economy. Because even when I hear my dad talk about like, oh, this person owes me $20,000, this person owes me $50,000, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, why do so many people owe you that? Like, that's a lot of money. Like,
I don't think I could get $50,000.
Yeah, $50,000 is a lot.
Honest. I could probably do like 10.
Yeah,
but I just think it's almost like me now enabling you,
like, okay,
by giving you $50,000 and you've already handed over $200. Like I can't.
To her husband.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I cannot expect that this could actually all go towards bills, because the fact that y'all would even put yourself in a position to where you can't pay your bills,
low key.
That is,
like, girl,
I wouldn't give $50,000. Yeah,
like I would
not giving $50,000.
I would like make it to where like, okay, like, hey, like I'm gonna give you something to be able to pay like 3 months of bills or something like that, to where you can figure something out.
I got you $1,000 GoFundMe link.
Or maybe like I would just say like, here's this, and then like let's go find like ways to like generate more income here.
Or let's go find ways to file and maybe get you on your own, because why are you $200,000? Is he like financially ruining you? Like, what is going on in the marriage?
Because that's also a thing too.
Like, what is going on in the marriage? Like, are you not telling me something? Because how did we get to $200,000 in debt, and I'm just now learning about it?
Yeah, she is telling you something without telling you.
Low key, we need to ask deeper questions.
We do.
I'd probably probe a little bit like, girl, is everything okay?
I wouldn't be able to fix my face. Actually, don't tell me. Maybe send it in the email.
Which honestly just goes to show you the importance of having a financial advisor. Like, I don't know, like, especially when, look, I feel like there's certain uncomfortable conversations, but like when it comes to like actually guiding somebody who's guiding to help you with your finances, especially in a marriage, you absolutely need that because you can't listen to a forced single. Like, come on now, like I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, I agree having one, but you know they be stealing too. So
I was like, don't financial advisors rob their clients too?
I was gonna say
I've watched that in real time.
blind.
My friend,
Real time.
I have definitely
real time.
seen it.
my friend lost
Real time.
$500,000.
Real time.
not Robin Dixon. Oh,
$500,000. Like literally.
because didn't she lose her money to a financial advisor? Was it?
No, it was a bad business deal that she knew was bad.
Oh, who lost their money to? It
Remember
doesn't
she
matter.
gave the money when that
There was
person
somebody who
ran
lost their money
off?
to a financial. It doesn't matter, but
No, I think it was. It just ended up being the friend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, because I was like,
spent all his
I know
money.
financial advisors be robbing their
No,
clients.
yeah, I was
Like,
gonna say-
well,
and
I mean,
especially if
obviously,
you, like,
don't
they
get
move in
robbed,
big
but
weight.
seek some sort of financial advice to
Oh,
help
yeah.
guide you in the right direction. Like you,
Just
that's
don't
what
make
I'm
it your
trying to
friend.
say.
Because even in this
Yeah.
same situation, it was. I'm
Yeah.
like, is this
What?
person have any credits to even?
You talking about it hurts?
No, in the same situation, I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
I was just like,
yeah.
when did they become that?
Thank you.
Well, that wraps up another episode with the Petty Party crew, guys. If you guys have any motos, any petty chronicles that you want us to read, make sure you're sending it to our email at pettyparty12814@gmail.com, or you can send us a DM on Instagram. Yeah, so I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that wraps up another episode. Bye, guys.
It's your girl, Lamar Colette, signing out. Holla.
It's your girl Shelly Show.
Bye, everyone. It's just Nick checking in, and I'm not a lick.
Checking out.
So don't think that
Yeah, please.
you can get money from me.
I beg. Don't even try it.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.